Welcome to today's discussion. The topic of today's discussion is on punishments provided by Indian Penal Code. Let's see what are the punishments provided by Indian Penal Code. 1. Death. 2. Imprisonment for life. 3. Imprisonment for a fixed period. 4. Forfeiture of property. 5. Fine. Note that imprisonment is further divided into I. Rigorous imprisonment, E. Simple imprisonment, and E. Solitary confinement. Let's see in what all cases death sentence is prescribed by the code. 1. Waging war against the government. Waging war against the government is also known as treason. Provided by Section 121. 2. Abetment of mutiny actually committed. Provided by Section 132. 3. Fabricating or giving false evidence upon which an innocent person suffers death. Provided by Section 194. 4. Murder. Provided by Section 302. 5. Murder by person under sentence of imprisonment for life. Provided by Section 303. 6. Abetment of suicide of an insane or intoxicated persons. Provided by Section 305. 7. Attempt to murder by a person under sentence of imprisonment for life, if hurt is caused. Provided by Section 307. 8. Kidnapping for ransom. Provided by Section 364A. 9. Causing death in the course of rape. Provided by Section 376A. 9. Dacoity with murder. Provided by Section 396. Imprisonment for life is the next type of punishment provided by the code. The sentence of imprisonment for life is a sentence for life, and therefore a prisoner sentenced to life imprisonment is bound to serve the remainder of his life in prison. Section 57 of the code provides for fractions of terms of punishment. Let's see what Section 57 says. In calculating fractions of terms of punishment, imprisonment for life shall be reckoned as equivalent to imprisonment for 20 years. That is, by virtue of Section 57 for calculating fractions of term of punishment, life imprisonment is reckoned as 20 years. The state government may commute a sentence of imprisonment for life, for imprisonment for a term not exceeding 14 years. A full 14 years term of imprisonment is mandatory in the following cases. 1. If a sentence of imprisonment for life is imposed, on conviction of a person for an offense for which death is one of the punishments provided by law. 2. If a sentence of death imposed on a person has been commuted into one of imprisonment for life. The imprisonment for life in the code means rigorous imprisonment for life, and not simple imprisonment for life. Another interesting point is that, before the 1st of January 1956, in the place of imprisonment for life, the punishment was transportation for life. Now let's learn about imprisonment. There are two kinds of imprisonment. They are simple and rigorous. In simple imprisonment, the offender is confined to jail and not put to any kind of labor. In case of rigorous imprisonment, the offender is put to hard labor such as grinding corn, digging earth, drawing water and cutting firewood, etc. Let's see what solitary confinement is. Solitary confinement may be awarded for offenses punishable with rigorous imprisonment for any portion of the term of imprisonment. Solitary confinement cannot be awarded for the whole term of imprisonment. By Section 73, solitary confinement must not exceed 3 months in the whole. The 3 months period is to be imposed at intervals and not at a continuous stretch. If the term of imprisonment is for a period not exceeding 6 months, solitary confinement shall not exceed 1 month. If the term of imprisonment is for a period not exceeding 1 year, solitary confinement shall not exceed 2 months. If the term of imprisonment is for a period exceeding 1 year, the solitary confinement shall not exceed 3 months. Thus, solitary confinement shall not exceed 3 months in the whole. In executing a sentence of solitary confinement, it shall in no case exceed 14 days at a time. After 14 days solitary confinement, there shall be an interval of 14 days. If the total imprisonment awarded exceed 3 months, the solitary confinement shall not exceed 7 days in any 1 month. After 7 days solitary confinement, there shall be an interval of minimum 7 days. The next type of punishment provided by the code is forfeiture of property. The punishment of forfeiture of property of the convicted is imposed under 4 types of offences. Committing depredation on territories of any power at peace with the Government of India. Provided by Section 126 of the code. B. Waging war against any Asiatic power in alliance with the Government of India. Provided by Section 125 of the code. C. Receiving property taken by war or depredation as mentioned above. Provided by Section 127 of the code. D. Improper purchase by a public servant of property, which by virtue of his office, he is legally prohibited from purchasing. Provided by Section 169 of the Code. The next type of punishment provided by the code is fine. In the case of following offenses, the punishment is fine only. Negligently allowing a deserter to conceal himself in a vessel by person in charge of the vessel. Provided by Section 137 of the Code. B. Owner or occupier of land on which riot is committed not using means to prevent it or not giving notice thereof to the police. Provided by Section 154 of the Code, and similar failure on the part of the person for whose benefit such riot it committed or on the part of the manager or agent of such person, is provided by Section 155 and Section 156 of the Code. C. Bribery by treating a person with drinks, food, etc. Provided by Section 171A of the Code. D. Failure to keep accounts, making illegal payments or false statements in connection with an election. Provided by Sections 171I, 171H, 171C of the Code. A. Public nuisance not otherwise punishable. Provided by Section 290 of the Code. F. Voluntarily vitiating the atmosphere so as to render it noxious to the public health. Provided by Section 278 of the Code. G. Obstruction in public way or line of navigation. Provided by Section 282 of the Code. H. Publication of a proposal regarding lottery. Provided by Section 294A of the Code. Section 63 says that, if no sum is expressed to which a fine may extend, the amount of fine to which the offense is liable is unlimited, but shall not be excessive. That's all for today's video. Subscribe for more videos. Visit our website for MCQ examinations and notes on this topic. Happy learning. A video from Law Aspirants Hub.